has upgraded Ghana's credit rating to CAA1. There's a photo of a smiling Dr. Casey Latoforsen on the front page. Now, one of the very important things that I personally have been following is here on the front page of the news center. Unlock cross-border mobile money. Momo chief urges BOG to speed up payment framework rollout. And this is important because, look, some of us who are into trading and all sorts of things, receiving payments across the continent is a challenge, right? Making payments across the continent is also a challenge. And in an era of an Africa continental free trade area, if we are able to unlock cross-border mobile money, we can move a lot of money around and enable trade. So this is a very good call. Now, there are people who are excited about going to America because you've qualified for the World Cup. But America is also still deporting Ghanaians. They've deported 312 Ghanaians, and additional 2,470 are in detention, and 478 have been arrested this year. So if you want to go to America, USA, do the right things, get the right documentation. And if you don't have your visa already, Charlie, Ibia Emfa, because the process of getting a visa these days. But that's the story. 312 Ghanaians have been deported. Now, Gabby denies attacking Ashanti NPP MPs, and Kulendi removal. Lawyer files RTI request to presidency.
I have the Inquisitor here this morning dealing with dirty deals. GRA foils illegal fuel diversion, and so the details are contained in the Inquisitor, but looks like the GRA Commissioner General Anthony Kwesi Sapon has been leading that charge, and we'll get you details shortly. Also, my son is not into illegal mining. That's according to the Bwakwa South NDC chairperson. NPA boss wants speedy implementation of the 24-hour economy in the petroleum downstream. So the CEO Eduji Tamaklo has been engaging stakeholders on that. And land cartel allegedly defies court. You can find details when you grab a copy of the Inquisitor this morning.
Now, the Daily Graphic comes with a sad story of 15 perishing in the Volta Lake disaster. We'll talk more about that. May their souls rest in peace. 11 of them children. Now, another $385 million IMF support coming. Ghana IMF reach staff level agreement. Ghana secures 154 million euro agri support from Italy. Minister says it will transform agri-food systems. And GRA bust diesel diversion syndicate. We're told that some 540,000 liters of diesel when it was diverted, and the tax on that is 2.3 million, and so that's what would have been lost to the state. And they decided now to actually audit all the transactions of those OMCs. Back page: Kudus strike sends Ghana marching to 2026 FIFA World Cup. Comes with a photograph of Mohamed Kudus and Antoine Semenyo celebrating the only goal. The goal, for the first time, I saw the Accra Sports Stadium full. Yes, these are happy moments. These are moments that we always look forward to when the Black Stars qualify. So let me say good morning to Dr. Tony Edu. He says his last wish is to see the Black Stars perform well at the World Cup. So now that we've qualified for the World Cup, we hope that the Black Stars will perform when they get there.
The stadium was full, right?
Yeah, it looked full.
So the GFA NSA should also tell us how much they made from the gate proceeds, because last week I saw the ticket prices. Now, if we manage to fill it this time, we should use the same lessons to fill the stadia, the various stadia for our local league, so that we can make more money from gate proceeds and then look at other ways of funding our football industry in the country. Now, if you go to the Daily Guide, Bawumia Show of Victory, there's a photo of Bawumia greeting supporters. Two caged over robbery and murder. Razak Ojopoku is explaining the KGL NLA deal. And Akosia Sewa divorced at the Lumba traditionally. This is according to the Fusu family. There's a photo of Akosia Sewa and another of Prislo Furi, aka Odobroni. And good news, 824 new lawyers were called to the bar last week, and Sewa Mihere was one of them. The Daily Guide is highlighting Sogah's achievements on the front page.
The Ghanaian Point, the President, John Mahama, attends Global Leaders Meeting on Women in Beijing. Nostalgia, isn't it? When, of course, Nana Konidwa Ajman Rawlings led, of course, the team there some years back, decades back, isn't it? But the President is there as the AU champion, I believe, on gender, as well with the First Lady, Lordina Mahama. And of course, there are some more stories here also talking about the gold board. The CEO, Sammy Gyamfi, has been speaking. He says that gold board doesn't buy gold from illegal miners. Now, there's so much pressure on the gold board to justify how they source the gold and how come, of course, we're getting and ramping up the numbers. So the CEO appears to be concerned about that, pointing out that they do not buy gold from illegal miners.
How does he know?
For sure.
I think what he means is that the people they buy gold from are not miners. They are aggregators, and they do not know where the aggregators buy the gold from.
So the aggregators, that's the point. You don't know where they
So
get the
gold board doesn't buy gold from illegal miners. That's what he's saying.
Okay.
But we still don't know where these aggregators get their gold.
So let's expand the buy. What's the buy? At the end of it, gold board has the gold. Where does gold board get the gold from?
Aggregators.
Where do the aggregators get the gold from?
Minus.
Do we know the sort of people the aggregators get the gold from?
Until you have strong and practical traceability, we cannot tell.
So today, we cannot conclusively say that gold board buys from illegal miners because we don't know where the aggregators get it. But we can then say there is a possibility that these aggregators could be buying from illegal miners.
Yep.
Also because per the gold board's laws and everything, all gold should go through the gold board. So any gold out of this country that doesn't go through the gold board is deemed as a smuggled product.
It will be interesting to know stats, for example, monthly stats of regional breakdowns of where we are getting the gold from, districts breakdowns. Then we also look at the licensed miners in these regions and their actual production capacity.
Exactly.
Little things can enable us know whether we are buying illegal gold or legal gold. And the traceability system that Sammy Gyamfi mentioned in this studio that they are going to institute, we need to know about it. When is that being done? How is that being done? And how do we ensure that system is actually what it must do, and it's not something we are just putting in this within the system. Sometimes we just put things there and say, "Oh, that's something," but it really actually doesn't do what it must do.
There is something interesting he said that I don't want us to forget. Even after all this traceability is put in place, when gold is mined illegally and it is seized by the government, what will they do with it?
We sell it.
So it will still come to gold board.
At least if you see that gold is mined illegally, you take steps to stop that illegal action.
Exactly.
You may want to regularize their activities. You may want to help them restructure their business. A lot of things. So just find the base action and find a way to correct it and improve it.
Still sell the illegal.
You've seen NIMOS.
Okay.
You've seen NIMOS arresting people that they say some of these people, though a small scale mining firm, leased lands to illegal miners. So that small scale mining company that you're buying gold from is actually
also doing illegal
mining because they've actually leased lands to illegal miners who then supply them with the gold. So look, I'm happy we're talking about traceability, but the reality is that as it stands today, sadly, we may be buying gold from illegal miners. Anyway, let me get into the other stories. The Ghanaian publisher says, please, land guards defy court at Manuel. Minority demands probe the U.S. deportee deal. No deals with illegal miners. NLA-KGL deal. How the driver became indispensable. Dr. Razak Kojo writes. His is. I was at his graduation, so I know that his is genuine. Lawyer demands status of Kulendi petition, also on the front page.
Now, if you go to the new publisher, Lumbe's civil marriage was dissolved with traditional drinks. Family says Odobroni is the only wife.
How is that possible?
Dissolve a civil marriage with traditional drinks.
How's that possible?
Now, on the NPP's flag bearership race, the hopefuls are on the front page. Kenohine Japan is number 1, Brian Echampon is number 2, Muhammadu Bawumia is number 3, Yaosei Duchum is number 4, and Kwabene J. Japan is number 5. But the story that caught my attention in the new publisher is in the center spread. Government undermining made in Ghana products. This is according to AGI. Now, the AGI has criticized the government for contributing to the waning confidence and interest in made in Ghana products. And according to the AGI, although there have been persistent appeals for Ghanaians to patronize locally produced goods, the government was rather buying foreign goods. And they mention stuff for school feeding program, for example, food for school feeding program. According to the Ashanti regional, the middle belt chairman of AGI, Mr. Winston Amoah, the government must use public procurement to promote made in Ghana products. You know, the sanitary parts, we have an update that is being distributed. And my question is, are they produced locally? If they are not produced locally, if you don't have capacity to produce sanitary pads locally for our schoolgirls, what are we doing to ensure that the few companies here that can do that, we give them contracts which enable them to make the right investment to produce a skill to supply that particular business? Because if we are spending 100, 200 million a year doing that, we better enable a local business person to take advantage of that.
You see, and this is where I talk about the importance of government in the country. So imagine if government decides to source this locally. That person who's producing automatically has to scale up.
Yep.
That person has to employ more people.
Yep.
But that person, because of even the boost that person has, that person is in a position to now compete with global brands.
Yeah.
So what we will do is that based on that person's approach, and government can actually decide, I'm not going to use just one person. I'm going to use, say, 2 or 3 Ghanaian businesses.
5, 10.
5, 10.
Can't even break it
Give
down.
them. Let them work on it. Once they work on it, then post that, these entities now have the chance to supply others in this country.
Yeah.
Then over time, you think about how you can take them to the West African sub-region, move them to Africa, and that's the way you do it.
So instead of importing tin fish, sardines and stuff, we can have a lot of the tilapia farmers, catfish farmers fillet the fish and can them, and we can use it for school feeding.
You know
and you know why? You know why?
Procurement.
Yes, I mean the margin will be reduced if they have to start.
But you can still take your 20-30% from local producers.
Oh, please, we're talking about greedy people here. The margins will reduce, and obviously, if they were to do it, right, the local manufacturer would then be able to scale up, and then his costs would go down, and the price would come down eventually. But no. Right now, because the price compared to the import is higher.
You mean the local producers?
Yes.
No, I had the surprise of my life when someone actually sent me his tilapia. Tilapia, that guess where it's from? Burkina Faso.
Just look at that.
Tilapia.
From Burkina Faso.
Come on.
I thought we had all agreed that we're not going to import tilapia into this country.
No,
and people are smuggling tilapia. When you talked about tilapia. So, look, there are too many things that we can do in this country that we just refuse to do. And it saddens me that today, and I remember years ago, whenever we had done things about agriculture, when we were studying African economies and development in those days, whenever you get to agriculture, you say government must introduce subsidies. It became something that we always would recall. Government must introduce subsidies. Anyway, let's get into the other papers, Blessed.
Oh no, I was just going to point out briefly that the former speaker, Professor Aaron Michael Quiz, been raising concern about this 4 million Ghana cedis development fee imposed on all of the aspirants, and then the energy minister is also talking about the need for customers to pay their electricity bill.
Now the custodian,
4 million.
The custodian for this morning, lawyer demands update on Kulendi's removal. Bawumia picks destiny number 3 on NPP flag bearer ballot. They say it is Buzia Dankwa Dumbo. So he'll be the 3rd person to lead the NPP into office.
So the Buzia is Kofo, Danko is
Akufo-Addo,
and Dombo is Bawumia.
The numerology has begun.
And he will be the third person to lead them into power. So that is destiny number.
I remember 2020. Mahama started the John 316 in 2020, right?
2016.
It was 2016.
John 316.
So we went 2016 and far. Then 2020. And then 2020. Then the 3 can far.
Except that Bawumia is going a second time. But you can actually also say, he contested the first time. Then, because the NP went into a super delegates conference, then went into a main election. So that's first, second, and this is the third. Whatever you do,
is destiny number 3.
Well, no, whatever you do numbers really mean a lot? I am not sure.
Well, we'll see.
John Mahama was number 8. People said, he already who number 8. But he won the elections.
All right. Okay.